Okay, great, great.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, I think we all agree that Auburn University is wonderful for our young people, as well as we shared earlier for our adults. Can you imagine getting a free degree within your audio? I mean, just think, because so many of us drive within our automobiles, and our young people, their parents are driving within their automobiles, whether their parents are driving them to school or bringing them home from school, or they just going to the theater with their parents or shopping. Imagine if most of the parents today, you want to try Auburn University for your young people. Imagine if most of the parents, 50% of the time, would share with their young people, hey, we're going to cut off the bebop today. Hey, that's probably great, for them to have, but at least 50% of the time, we will allow young people to listen to motivational and educational things within the automobile, within the car, so that they can be learning. I think that if parents invest more CDs or DVDs within the car on Hooked on Phonics, maybe the kids won't share so many Upphonics or whatever that term may be.
Right.
So, I think that what you're doing is fantastic, and I know that you're very appreciated, and parents are sharing with you, and you're being celebrated. And we're really grateful for that. And maybe you can share with us maybe the areas that you are doing most of your seminars or sharing, any schools or any places that you might be sharing with.
Okay. The majority of the seminars are actually here in Prince George's County. We are a very mobile organization, so we are able to bring our programs and seminars to churches, to community centers, and out to schools. So if people contact us and they want us to come to their site, then that's definitely something we can do and tailor our programs to fit what they actually need. And some of the things that we focus on, like I said, are goal setting. We're focusing on careers, we're focusing on employment, but we're really focusing on self-discovery and self-empowerment. We want the youth to realize that they have a voice and that they really can be in charge of their lives and live the life that they choose, not that someone else chooses for them.
Wow, very powerful, very powerful. Would you guys agree that opportunities and things like that, and she hit on something very essential. She hit on jobs for our young people. So many places they share with our young people, but they don't expose them to job opportunities. And a lot of times, they might get the vision, they might obtain the direction, parents, but a lot of times to take them from that vision, that direction, to help them acquire or obtain a resource such as a job, that's really wonderful. That is really wonderful. So some of you churches out there, some of you other organizations, if you can utilize Nikki's skill set, hey, please, by all means, when the show is over, take her information down. Maybe, Nikki, right now, maybe you can share maybe a website with us right now, and maybe at the end of the show, we'll ask you again, maybe.
Okay. Our website is www.theteentoolbox.com. Again, it's www.theteentoolbox.com.
That is great. That is great. Would you guys agree that our young people are just so essential these days, and they just need some guidance, and we're just very grateful and thankful for having guests such as you to come on and to share with our young people. And if anybody would like to ask any other questions.
Well, one thing that comes to mind is when we were all growing up and we rode with our parents, we didn't have a choice as to what we listened to. And that's how we were able to know some of the old songs that are out there today. So if the parents out there just take an opportunity and just play little small excerpts from these particular CDs, slowly but surely, it's amazing what the mind, will retain from just hearing it, and then engage in a conversation, from that. And then you find out how much, the child is actually listening subconsciously. There's a lot of things that my kids listen to that I don't particularly, I'm not into it, but then I can just hear just a little bit of it, and I know what it is, though their music doesn't fit, what I'm listening to right now. So I think the same thing can work in reverse for us educating the youth with the different things that are out there that we want to, gear them towards.
Great, great. And that's particularly exactly what we're all trying to do for our young people now, because a mind, as we say, adults and young people, is a terrible thing to waste. So we want to invest in our minds, and we want to continue to motivate and to educate and to share and celebrate our young people, because they're special, they're gifted, they're talented, and we just want to do whatever we can do to help to lift our young people. Lots of time there's negative connotation with our young people, but our young people, you need to know it today. If no one has told you, young people, you're not Generation X, you're Generation Next. You're not hopeless, you're not at risk. You too, young people, can be on the dean's list. Just focus, pursue and persist, and then you won't miss. And one day, young people, you'll have success just like this. Nikki Sanders, we want to thank you for being on our program today. You're doing great things in the community. And once again, if you can let us know, the listening audience, how to get in touch with you once more.
You can actually contact me on my website. It's www.theteentoolbox.com. And thank you for having me.
Fantastic, fantastic. Let's give Nikki a hand. Folks, once again, I'm your host for How to Survive in a Bad Economy, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the top.